Be me, 35F, married to amazing husband, 32M, for several years. We have a beautiful 5-year-old daughter, the light of our lives. Everything's been going great in our marriage, but recently I started feeling insecure about something. My friends made fun of me a few weeks ago. They were talking about how romantic my husband is and how he wins the romantic department by a huge margin. Like they couldn't believe how much better he is at it than I am. One of my friends went into detail about how my husband does so many romantic things compared to their husbands. Apparently, I'm the exact opposite of romantic. They scoffed when I even tried to say that I could be romantic too. One of them laughed and said, "Yeah, right." Feel super self-conscious about it. Never really thought about it before. Started wondering if they were right. Maybe I'm not romantic at all, and that's the problem in our marriage. For days I can't stop thinking about it, and it just eats me up inside. I'm at work one day, talking to a coworker who tells me about how his wife gave him flowers and how happy he was. That hit me. That's it. I can do that too, right? I'll get him flowers. Maybe it'll show him how much I appreciate him. I mean, he buys me flowers all the time. It's only fair I do the same. After work, I swing by the florist, feeling a little unsure but determined to do something nice. Pick out a beautiful bouquet, roses, lilies, and his favorite daisies. It's not the most expensive, but I know it'll make him smile. Drive home, kind of nervous, wondering how he'll react. Walk in the door, and he's sitting on the floor playing with our daughter. I hold out the flowers and say, "I was thinking about you today, so I got you these." He doesn't react right away. Then it hits me. He's crying, like really crying, tears streaming down his face. I'm shocked, didn't expect that at all. I thought he'd be happy, maybe surprised or pleased. Not this. I ask him if he's okay and what's wrong. He looks at me, all teary-eyed, and says, I just didn't expect this. It means a lot." He thanks me through his tears, hugs me tightly. Then he starts running around the house looking for a vase. I'm standing there, holding the flowers, feeling a little confused. He keeps thanking me, telling me how much this means to him. I didn't think flowers would make him this emotional. He goes to our daughter, still crying, and tells her, "Mommy gave me flowers, can you believe it?" He hugs me again, and I'm still trying to process what's going on. Throughout the evening, he's still emotional. Randomly starts crying again 2 more times. Every time he looks at the flowers, tears well up in his eyes. I ask him if something else happened, maybe a bad day at work or anything stressful, but he says no. He says, "I'm just really happy, and I don't think you realize how much this means to me." I'm sitting there, feeling both confused and guilty. Guilty, because I never react that way when he buys me flowers. He's done so much for me over the years, and I barely show him any appreciation in return. Every time he surprises me with flowers or little romantic gestures, I just smile and thank him. But I've never felt that overwhelmed by it. Never felt like I was so emotionally moved by his gestures. Maybe I've been too caught up in the daily grind of life to realize just how much he's doing for me. He's the one who always remembers anniversaries, our birthdays, little special moments. He's always doing thoughtful things, big or small. Meanwhile, I don't even think to do the same. In fact, I didn't even realize how badly I've neglected that side of our relationship. Now I'm lying in bed, alone with my thoughts. I feel guilty, disappointed in myself. I love him more than anything. He's my world. He's the best husband, father, and friend I could ever ask for. Yet here I am, feeling like a bad wife. He's always the one being romantic, and I've just been complacent. My friends were right. I don't do enough. I don't even know how to react to something like this. How can I fix this? I've been so wrapped up in the routine of life that I didn't even think to show him how much he means to me. He deserves better than this. Should I talk to him about it? Tell him how I feel, how much I love him, and how I realize now I've taken him for granted? Or should I just quietly work on being better, showing him how much I appreciate him without making it a big deal? I don't know what to do. I'm just sitting here thinking about how he's the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I haven't been showing it. I just want him to know how much he means to me, but I'm not sure how to make up for all the time I've spent being too focused on everything else. He's always been there for me, and now I feel like I've let him down. I can't believe I've taken his love and effort for granted all these years. I need to show him that I'm just as invested, just as in love with him as he is with me. He deserves someone who can make him feel the way he makes me feel every day. Maybe I'll start with little things, like remembering his favorite snacks or planning a date night, but I'm still not sure if that will be enough to show him how much I really do love him. All I know now is that I need to make a change before it's too late.